Hey, so right now I am in East Grand Rapids out at Reed's, beautiful Reed's Lake, where I'm just enjoying the day here. It's like 70 degrees out. I'm loving it. And in this video, we're gonna talk about the 6 reasons that you might not be able to handle living in Grand Rapids. Number 3 is my favorite, and you're not gonna wanna miss it. So stay tuned. Number 1 is access to world-class healthcare is way too easy. It is way too easy. And a lot of great reasons for that is because they have a lot of great facilities here if you're looking for good healthcare. A while ago, I got sick and they had some of the best doctors to really help get people back in shape, get them back on the road, living life, being up and running. And as some of the better places in Grand Rapids, such as Mercy Health, Corewell Health, formerly Spectrum Health, there is Metro Health. There is so many different places in the Grand Rapids area to get healthcare that it literally is a walk away, a few miles away, 15 miles away. And that's another great thing about Grand Rapids, everything's so close. But the access to the healthcare is world class. Grand Rapids is home to one of the best children's hospital and some of the best medical centers in the region, including an expanded heart center, cancer treatment centers, and they're all within 15 miles of downtown GR. For those who don't want an easy access to top-notch pediatric care and state-of-the-art facilities for health, this isn't the place for you. But the medical facilities here are so advanced and so accessible that it can be overwhelming. All right, the second reason why you might not survive living in Grand Rapids is because of the cost of living being suspiciously low. The cost of living in Grand Rapids is 10% lower than the national average. Housing costs are particularly affordable, with houses and apartments being 31% less expensive than the national average. This affordability might be off-putting to those who are used to higher living costs and might make you wonder why such a vibrant city is so reasonably priced. The local real estate professionals like myself know way too much about the Grand Rapids housing market and how it can be so advantageous to you as you're moving out to the Grand Rapids area. You can also buy a house with 3% down near downtown Grand Rapids or 0% near the suburbs. Now, that's suspiciously cheap. I have recently done a cost of living video, so you might want to check that one out if you're considering finding out how much it's going to cost to live here in the Grand Rapids area. I break it all down in detail. Make sure you check that video out. Let's get on to number 3. All right, number 3 is that the beaches are too close for comfort. This is one of the highlights for me every single year living in Michigan are some of the awesome beaches, and they're not too far from each other. You can go all the way from South Haven Beach and get all the way to North Muskegon Beach within an hour and a half. Literally all the beaches there in between are a great time, great event. We're out on the boat. So if you have a boat or you know someone with a boat, you definitely want to make sure that's one of the highlights as you're out here. It is so relaxing. Even now today, it's like a nice 70-degree day. Looking at the water, being around the water, just something super peaceful about it. So if you're ever like having a stressful day or anything like that, or you just want to have a fun day when you're out, you just want to get near some water, you can actually go enjoy the water. Lake Michigan, there's so many inland lakes. That's another thing that you may not be able to handle is all that water and so much of this freshness, this fresh air. You know, you come out every year and then get to enjoy the weather that's out here. The 4 seasons is another highlight. So I just wanted to point that out as all the beaches are very close. You might not be able to adjust to that. Grand Rapids is dangerously close to some of Michigan's most beautiful beaches. Places like Grand Haven Park and Holland State Park offer gorgeous lakeshore views just 30 miles from downtown Grand Rapids. When you're on the Lake Michigan shoreline, you'll waste an entire afternoon building sandcastles and having fun with friends and family. How awful is that, right? It's perfect for those who love the sun and sand, but it's too perfect for those who don't. If you're moving to the Grand Rapids area and dislike having fun, please stay away from the beaches out here. All right, we're on to number 4. And number 4 is going to be that the local airport is not universally hated. One of the great things about the Gerald R. Ford Airport is its convenience. It's super close. It's not a huge airport. I like to use it to travel personally because I don't have to go that far, and it's very hard to get lost in there. You literally just shoot right over to your terminal. There have been a lot of new updates happening and expanding the Gerald R. Ford Airport that you really want to look forward to. So as you're traveling in and out of Grand Rapids, whether you're flying in or you're flying out, you're really going to get to see how nice and Just very efficient the airport is. You don't get lost, and that's a really cool thing about the airport in the Grand Rapids area. The Gerald R. Ford International Airport offers a hassle-free experience and directs flights to dozens of destinations. Its proximity with an under 15-minute drive from most places in the city, it makes traveling almost too convenient. For those who prefer long lines, angry travelers, and a hustle and bustle of larger, more chaotic airports, Grand Rapids might not be a fit for you. Okay, number 5 is going to be there is too much to do in northern Michigan. Now, you hear about songs about northern Michigan and all of the tranquil water scenes and waterfalls and different rocks that are out here. You really get an essence of what the Michigan experience is when you're coming out here. One of my favorite things to do of all times is go to Traverse City or go to Torch Lake. Really get to see the beauty, the natural beauty that Michigan has to offer. There's so much greenery and there's a lot to do, whether you're on the water, you're going hunting, fishing, kayaking, you're going boating, whatever you're doing out in nature, it's a really cool scene. So that's one of the things I really wanted to point out as you make your way to the Michigan area that you may not be able to handle. So make sure that you can handle some of these things because it really happens here and quite often. Northern Michigan is a treasure trove of destinations and activities, all within easy reach. You have the Sleeping Bear Dunes, known for its extensive dunes and hiking trails. Traverse City, known for the annual Cherry Festival. The Upper Peninsula is much too large, and the historical charm of Mackinac Island is simply too much to handle. This abundance of options can be overwhelming to some. All right, this is the final thing and the final reason you might not be able to handle living in Grand Rapids. It's that the locals are very philanthropic and the community is so strong. If you want to get into a community where they're very supportive and they actually look out for each other to help each other's businesses blow up, this is going to be one of the best places to do it. Because of the size, the sheer size of it alone gives you so much opportunity to make noise and to actually get your information out there, especially when you're being very helpful. You're going to be quick to draw attention. So I always tell people when they contact me, if they have their own business that they want to start, or if they have different projects that they want to do to get involved, it's not going to be too hard to get your hands dirty, for lack of a better word, just to get involved and really find out what this city can do for you as you're building out the things that you love to do. In West Michigan, there's an oversupply of generous nonprofits, charities, and donors that are focused on improving the lives of local residents. Whether it be healthcare, education, housing, food, the generosity of Grand Rapidians is never ending. Plus, if you get involved as a volunteer, you may end up giving too much of your time to help those in need. How terrible, right? So it is very important for me to just shoot it to you straight. A lot of people who could get on this channel, they let me know that, Ron, you just tell it like it is. And that's one of the things that I'm always going to do, is just to give it to you straight. So you're going to know exactly what to expect when you're making your way out to West Michigan. It's my duty, it's my honor as a local real estate agent here in the state of Michigan. I want to help you make that transition to the West Michigan area nice and smooth. So my information should be right on the screen. Feel free to contact me, get a hold of me anytime. I'm happy to help. And until next time, we will see you on the next video.